Do you understand?
I speak your language.
Good. Well, Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have.
I understand that. But your people live in the Stone Age. We live at the beginning of a great industrial revolution.
He doesn't understand why...
Chief, the United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
It's not like that.
Then how can they own it? He has a point.
If you accept our offer, you won't have to hunt buffalo anymore or roam the prairie. You can depend on your country to take care of you.
You are not my country.
We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation.
We need nothing from you.
I ain't got shit positive to say. If they play with you, crash the fuck out. I'm coming back for everything I lost, except my ex. Fuck had it.
All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clip. I used that before. I like it, but the same topic: manifest destiny, arrogance. Right? People have been talking about this is the White House, or I forget which part of the government put the manifest destiny painting up again. We working on progress, and it's like there's an underbelly of this belief that you can lie, cheat, steal, kill your way to success in America. And it's been proven that it's true, but it's only, white to everybody else, right? And the issue becomes where, because this happened before when President Trump was in office the last time. This idea that, oh man, you know what? It's time to let loose and, let your inner devil out because you can get away with it. And the problem becomes this is not the same society and the same people that you could scam. So what's going on is this idea when you see people thinking it's a green light to attack people. It's a green light to claim, fear for your life and insanity. It's a green light to call the police, on people, and hopefully they have death by cop and whatnot. It's a green light to abuse any power you feel like you have. The reactions are not about to be the same. And like for a lot of people, they don't realize like people have been filming the disrespect, the racism for years. And like, okay, this is what's going on. This is what it is. This is what it is. If people post themselves or people do stuff, you see people like losing their jobs behind stuff like this. But I think that people are going to start posting, like putting the camera on people and recording people. They're going to start cutting the camera off and really start putting hands and feet on people. It's like, oh, see, this is my evidence. This is why what happened. And for those people who feel like, manifest destiny and God gave you the right to be a devil, um, and I'm saying that in the sense of, um, we live in a society that historically has used God as an excuse to be devilish, you know, and that's part of, manifest destiny. You know, Christianity, Catholicism, um, this idea, God was for slavery, and God was for Jim Crow, and God was for, God is your traditionalism is a godly thing, and yada yada yada, etc. I was looking at something earlier where they were talking about separation of church and state, and they brought up Thomas Jefferson being one of the first people, writing to, I forgot the Baptist church that he was writing to about the separation of church and state. But he's a pedophile. It's like, you're gonna listen to the separation of church and state from a slave owning pedophile. See what I'm saying? Um, and the reason why this becomes an issue is because, you have the thing where you have videos of people talking about these little militias in every city, and their plans for a race war that they've been planning for really since Obama was president. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we're gonna take over, and it's like, listen, and with the white population decreasing, you know, by the way white people have been in America historically, it's easily predictable that some of these people are gonna try to, do mass crash outs, like, soft target killings and shootings, because it's everybody else's fault that um, the predominantly white government and government officials sold out the everyday American. But it's since I'm black, it's our fault, and it's gonna be the Hispanics' fault, and it's the Asians' fault, and instead of addressing who needs to be addressed, it goes that way. And the other thing that's added to this is, and this is why I said what I said about the thing with Trump being president, and even going back to Obama. I don't know what it is about this psychopathic behavior where you see a lot of people who look like they're not built for altercations having these um, giggly, smiley faces and eyes about the possibility of killing groups of people. Like, yeah, it's gonna get done. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna take a country. It's like, this is not gonna end the way y'all think. I know y'all think y'all got, I know you got a lot of soldiers, you know, a lot of SEALs, a lot of Delta Force, Green Beret, just regular soldiers, Marines. I get it. You got a lot of, white soldiers, and you think you got enough of them to be the front lines for, this hypothetical next manifest destiny race war. They're not going to all participate. And the other thing is, this idea that everybody's Jason Bourne, and Brad Pitt as an action hero, and Tom Cruise, Ethan, I forgot Ethan's names in Mission Impossible. It's not like that. America's full of out of shape people with huge egos that can't do what they think they could do, and you're gonna wind up on the opposite end of an ass whipping that you couldn't foresee. And the reason I say that is because that's why you know people have this soft target thing where they attack the elderly, and they attack women and children and little girls. They don't really attack guys in the age range of the enemy that they feel like they have. They don't do that as everybody else. And there's gonna come a point where people are gonna go, no, we're not playing this game. We're not playing it your way. And the reason why I use the clip, and I forgot the name of that show, but the reason I use that clip is this idea that you set the tone, you make the rules, you break the rules, you unset the tone. Yeah, people aren't really. People are still don't get it twisted. People have still been bought into that, but it doesn't have the hold that it used to have, and I think that it's way beyond critical mass of people now. There is not a belief in the American dream or the American ideology or the American how can I say this? American fairness and equity. That's not. I think that belief is long gone, and I think you're leaning into more acceptance of America for what America is, and the people in America and what they think they can do. You know, and all of these dog whistles that people have out here that cause people to go like, yeah, we can do it. It's like, hey man, that's fine, man. If you believe that, that's great. But here's the thing: just make sure you know you don't bring that outside. Keep that in your house, please. Because even like in the clip with the guys, if you notice, the brother that played the Native American seemed to be more physically in shape than the rest. You know, the people negotiating these deals are not the type of people that would be on the front line. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times the people that are out here wanting all of this war and chaos are not the people that's going to be on the front lines or in the battle. And the difference with that is historically that's how it was. Now those going to be the people. The fat, out of shape. I can't stand the heat. I can't stand the cold. I need air conditioning. I can kill, but I can't. But I can't farm type of people. Yeah, they're not going. I got a huge appetite, but but I can't survive because people think people are out here really being survivalist, and no, they're not. No, they're not. Everything is in pristine conditions. People are hunting in pristine conditions. People are fishing in pristine conditions. They don't know how to deal with adversity. You know how many people, just in general, United States, if things went left, you know how many people would get sick and die just from drinking contaminated water alone? But, part of this, like I said, this manifest destiny, arrogance is just, there was never I mean, there's the country that you fantasize in your mind never existed. So the country that you want to exist, and you can't accept what you already got, it's gonna be far worse than your fantasy dream. The dream you want is gonna be the nightmare that kills you. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.